Hi guys, welcome back to my class. So it's your favorite girl, the excellent spirited teacher. Okay, so this beautiful morning, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to make use of your small caps, subscripts, superscripts, okay, and other things that are embedded in the fonts. Okay, so quickly, let me just show you guys my specific objective for today. Our topic for today is word processing, and our specific objectives for today, or just objective, I just have one objective, is that by the end of today's class, you guys should be able to format a document using the font dialog box. Okay, so let's just do a little bit recap from the last class we had. So word processing, what's word processing? Word processing simply means working with words using a computer. Okay. So when you're typing a document, when you're editing a document, when you're retrieving your documents, when you're saving your document, all those things surrounding your documents or those things you do around your document is simply called what word processing. And word processor is that software you use to create a Word document. Okay, so word processors are simply documents used for creating text-based documents. Okay, so having said this, we have different types of word processors. We have Abbey Word, we have Google Docs, we have Microsoft Word, we have Zoho Writer, we have Text Edit, we have a lot of them. Okay, quickly, let's jump right into what we have for today. So how can we format a document using font dialog box? So this is my word environment. Okay, and like this is the menu. The menus are the home, insert, draw, design, layout, references, mailings, review, view, and help. Okay, so where we are focusing our attention on is the font. This is the home tab where we have the font ribbon. So this is the ribbon. We have the clipboard, we have the font. So they're gonna be using the fonts. The font is the main command that we're going to be using in today's class. So the first one is how to insert the subscripts, how to insert the subscripts. Okay. So when you have something like this H2SO4, okay, so this is the chemical name for acid, okay. So this is the acid chemical name. So now how do we achieve this using Word documents? So maybe wondering how do we achieve this? It's very simple. I'm just going to show you guys how I achieved that. Okay. So I'm going to do another one for you guys to just see how I achieved that. So this is how I achieved it. So H2SO4 is simply written like this. H2SO4. You just write it first. That's the first thing first. Write down the word the way it is. And the next thing you do is to highlight the ones that need to be adjusted. So I'm going to highlight first and foremost my two. My two is a subscript. Subscript simply means it's coming below, okay, the other word. Now, when you come to this font, you see this here. Okay, the shortcut is Control plus equal to sign. Yeah, this place is like my shortcut, but I can also decide to come to this little box here known as the dialog box launcher for fonts, and the shortcut is Control D. So click on it and it will bring out this dialog box. That's why it's known as the dialog box launcher. So under the effect, you see strike through, double strike through, superscript, and subscript. I'll just come here and tick my radio button. These things are called radio button. Tick the radio button and click on OK. So you see subscript 2 has already been there. As you can see, I've already inserted it. Then you highlight this 4. Once you highlight it, go back to this dialog box and do the same. You see subscripts and click on it, then click on OK. So we have succeeded in doing subscript 2 and subscript 4. That's H2SO4. This is how it is written in the chemical word. Now the same with H2SO4. H2SO4. I'm going to rewrite this again for you guys to see how I achieved that. So I'm just going to write everything plainly. H2O, hydrogen, 2, and oxygen. So how do I bring down these two? It's very simple. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight first. Don't forget, highlight your two first. After highlighting your two, you click on this dialog box launcher for fonts and click on subscripts. Boom, you have two written below. I believe you guys understand that. Okay, so how to insert the superscript, how to insert the superscript. The shortcut for superscript is Control plus Shift plus plus. That's the shortcut. So how did I achieve this? So for instance, you asked to write this log 10 raised to power 10. How do you achieve that? So I'm going to achieve this simply by, first and foremost, write out what you asked to do. Write it out plainly like this, log 10 10. The second step you take is to highlight the particular one you want to work with. I highlight my 10, and the third step is by going to the dialog box launcher of fonts and click on superscripts. Tick the radio button and click on OK. Boom, you have your superscript. And let me tell you one more thing you should do. When you finish clicking on it, go back and what and unclick it. You can see here it's still clicked. You unclick it. Okay, that is, you can see my cursor. This is called the cursor. You can see my blinking cursor. Okay, it's now in a normal position. I click on enter. Let's take one more example, then we are done. In case you have to write log 5 raised to power 2. Okay, 5 raised to power 2. That's what you asked to write. So I'm just going to write log 5 2 normally. Then under this after this, just highlight the 2 after the 5. I highlight the 2. Then let's use our shortcut here. This 5, this x raised to power 2. Click on it. Can you see? Log 5 raised to power 2. Now once you're done, click out and untick the box. Don't forget to untick the box. That's to show you that you have unticked it. So I hope somebody has gained something. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. How to insert the Naira symbol. Now, how did I insert this Naira symbol? It's very simple. The Naira symbol starts with an AN sign. Okay, and I have like 15 million. Million has 6 zeros. So how do I do that? I write my N first. Then after writing, highlight that particular N that I want to insert the Naira symbol on. Click on this dialog box launcher for fonts. You see single strike through. Don't do this strike through. This one is for single. Look at it. I don't need this. I'll tick it. I need my double strike through. I click on double strike through and I click on OK. Boom. You can see that is how to insert the Naira symbol with your double strike through. Okay. Now let's do another one. Another example. For instance, I'm asked to write, okay, 1,048,576. Okay. Now, how do I achieve that? I highlight my N, my letter N, highlight it first, go back to my dialog box launcher for fonts. Under double strike through, click on the radio button beside it and click on OK. Boom. That's how to achieve my double strike through. So I believe somebody has learned something from this. Okay. Now let's go down. How to type the almighty formula. Now, in case you're asked to type something like this, how do I type this almighty formula? Okay, something like this. You can see it here. X equal to minus b plus or minus the square root sign b2 minus 4ac over 2a. How do I achieve this? It's very simple. Okay, let's go back there. So I'm going to achieve this simply by, let me come down so that okay. So this is a new page. I'm on a new page now. So how do I achieve this? It's very, very simple to achieve. So first and foremost, I'll type my words. My x, okay, is equal to what? My x is equal to minus B minus B minus B, okay, plus or minus plus. Now my minus should be under. Now I can't just come here and put my minus sign. So I have to introduce my text box. So to introduce my text box, I click on inserts, I click on shapes, I click on this first one here. This first shape here is the text box. And I draw across here. I draw across because I want to write it under. So I once I draw inside my once I open my text box, let me open it so wide so you can see my text box. Then inside it I press what? Minus. So my minus needs to be enlarged. I enlarge it to say what's here is 11. So let's say I choose 16, 18, let's say 18, 20. Okay, let's say 20 is big enough. So I've chosen 20. Now, this particular box, I want to make it inactive. Like I want to hide it. I want to remove it. I click on the box. I click on shape, this shape format. Shape format. Don't forget, click on shape format menu. Then click on shape fill. Click on no fill. Then click on shape outline. Click on no outline and click out. Can you see that? Then immediately you drag it up to where you want it to be. Perfect. Good job. So I want it to be here. Once I'm done, I give my space. Now, I want to draw my square shape. I don't want to insert it, like I want to draw it. So click on inserts, click on shapes, and click on freeform tool. Look at this freeform tool. With this freeform tool shape, you can draw whatever shape you want to draw. Okay, when it has to do with lines. So I've picked it. I come here, click once, click down once, take it down, click once, take it up, click once again and take it down. So this one, I don't like this one. I delete it. Let's go back again. Okay. So I go back to inserts, go back to shape, go back to freeform tool. Okay. Click on it, take it down, click on it, take it up, click once and take it down. Once I'm done, I double click. Okay. So this one. I think I like this drawing. So don't forget, click once, take it down. Click once you're not done with it, just be clicking once. Anywhere you want to connect the lines, you click on it. Then once you're finally done with everything, you double click on it, and that's the shape remains like that. So you can actually move this shape, click on it, and drag it to wherever you want it to be. This is how I designed my what's it called now? My square. So having done this, I'm going to be putting in my b raised to power 2. Remember how I taught you how to do the superscript? So just highlight this, highlight these two. Okay, so I'll just adjusting the shape. I want it to be well centralized. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to highlight my 2 and take it up. That's my superscript, okay? And click out. Don't forget to go back and untick the box. So once I'm done, I use my a little space minus and space, then 4AC. Okay. Now the next thing is to draw my line. I click on insert, I click on shapes, and I click on line. This is my line, and I draw across here. Okay, so this is a straight line. I want to be blackboard and blackboard. That's okay. Now, in case I want this line to be thicker than this, I can go to shape outline, go to weights, and take 1 point or 1.5 points, make it a little bit thicker. Then I come down here, and write my 2A. Okay, my 2A should be in the center. So that is that about that. So this is how I achieve my almighty formula. I believe somebody got something from this. Okay, so next, this is Okay, this is like I designed this what's it called? This um what's it called now? Flyer. I designed this flyer. This is like a crutch flyer. Okay, that I want to duplicate into different spaces. So how did I achieve this? Is very, very simple using Word. Okay. So I used a text box, okay, to do this. I used the text box to do this. So let's do that again so that you can we can know you can actually okay learn from what I did. So I went to my inserts and I clicked on shapes and I used my circle. I drew across. Okay. Mind you, I think it's a format document, so you don't need any colors in it. So I click on the normal white background. So I can't write inside here. I cannot write anything inside here. I can't, but I mean, I wouldn't want to because it's not really going to give me a perfect kind of this thing. I want to start from here. I mean, I just want to use my text box because it permits me to write wherever I want to. So I use my text box and draw across. I'm going to draw across this so I can write inside here, as you can see. Okay, so I'm just going to write inside here. So as I'm done writing, I'm just done writing. So once I'm done writing, what do I do? I have to make this text box invisible. Remember what I taught you in the last one? No fill, come here, shape fill, say no fill, and come here, say shape outline, say no outline. And you click out. So can you see that some are outside? So I have to bring back those ones that are outside inside. Simply by what? By pushing them to where I want it to be. So this excellent spirited should be somewhere here, and this one should be somewhere here. Okay. Maybe let me take it down a little. I'm just going to use my hand and arrange all these things. Take it down a little, I want it to be centralized. Then this one to be somewhere here. Okay, down a little too, and down like this. Okay. So our services is very much okay. And the motto, not my okay. I think I'm liking it down here and take it down. Okay. So we have motto at the center. Beautiful. This is my flyer. So and I want a picture to be down here, like on this place. So what do? I click on insert, I click on shapes, I click on my text box and I draw across. I like inserting my pictures inside the text box so as to allow it to move anywhere I want it to move to. I click on insert, I click on pictures from this device. What picture do I want from this device? Scratch. I click on inserts. Okay, so I've succeeded in inserting a particular picture. Now I want to remove my text box. Click on the borders and click on shape formats. Don't forget no fill and no outline. No fill and no outline. So this is my image. I can also decide to make my image into something like this or into something having this border. Okay, this is not nice. I can decide to make it like this, like this. But I think I prefer this one. It's kind of unique. Okay, so okay. So this is how my flyer is. Okay. And I can also decide to make my flyer into something colored by giving it a color, a background color. Um, okay, I can format it into my background color by saying shape fill, click on shape fill, and I can choose yellow, okay, and um, I can choose this also, okay. I can decide to choose blue or green, okay, make it beautiful. Then my text, I can also decide to give my text some beautiful colors. Select all by using Control A and go to home and choose a font that will match what I have typed. I think this is beautiful. Okay, I can increase the font a little, 12, 9, 8, or better to leave the font like that. Okay, so we have something like this. Boom. So this is how to make a simple flyer on Word. And when I'm done with everything, I'm going to select all of them so that I can group my work. It's very, very good. Yes, one last thing I'm going to be teaching you is how to group your work. Make sure you group your work when you're done. Click on select objects, highlight every damn thing. Once you're done, you right click inside there and click on group. Okay, I didn't get that. So let's do that again. Click on select objects. Okay. Now right click inside. Okay. So let me click on select all. Select all. Right click inside there. Okay. And click on group. Okay. Let's be select object. Okay, right click inside and click on what and click on group. Okay, so with this I can move my that I can move my what's it called now, my image from one end to the other. That's the essence of grouping your work. Make sure you select all of them and right click on the image and click on group. So I can duplicate this if I want into another place. Now this is it. See, this is another one. Okay, this is another one now. So I can choose to duplicate this into another space. As you can see, I can even make it into 20 pages on this particular place. Okay, or 20 pieces rather. Okay, so that is that about how to make a little flyer in Word. And the last thing I'm going to be teaching you guys is how to create quantitative reasoning tasks for primary school. Yeah. So you might be asking, how did I make this? It's very, very simple. So just watch how to do that. Okay, so how did I do this? I quickly went to insert and I clicked on shapes and I clicked on this shape. I drew it like this. And of course, it's a format document, so I don't need all those color stuff. I click on the theme style that is just normal blank. And I went to where my shapes are, took my circle, I drew across here. Now for me to get the same size, I'm going to use Control D, duplicate into two. Control D. So Control D helps you to duplicate your shape into exactly the same size. I click on Control D, I click on this. Okay, now I want to write inside my shape. How do I do that? With my text box. Don't forget, your text box is very, very important. I click on this and I write inside my shape. So I'll have 7 here. Okay, so remember I taught you how to make your text box inactive. So I just come here, I click on no fill, I click on no outline, and I click out. So my 7 is now standing alone. So with this, I can now duplicate the 7, the box here, and duplicate another box here, and drop it here. I'm going to change this one to 7 times 7 is 49. Change it to 49, and I'll click out. Okay, so that is how I designed my quantitative reason. Now, if you see this in textbooks, like, how did they make it? It's very simple. Boom, this is how it was made. Okay, the last thing for this class is how to insert small caps on words or letters. And the shortcut for that is Shift F3. It keeps changing your caps. Like, caps simply means capital letter. Okay, change of your capital letters. Okay, so she's a good girl and she likes to eat. Okay, so how do I change this she? Just quickly, simply highlight the she, go to the fonts dialog box, and you see small caps. Okay, then I want to change it to all caps. Just click on this and click on OK. That's all. Now, assuming I want to change this to hidden caps, just click on hidden, click on this one and click on hidden and click on OK. So I've started to have hid or I've started to hide that sheet. Okay, so that's all for today. I believe this lesson or this tutorial has really helped in one or two areas. They're finding challenging or tasking, okay, in creating something in Word or using Word in some areas. So I'm going to be calling it a day for today. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and also let me remind you to like my videos and share my videos. Also click on the also turn on the notification button, okay, to know when I've released a new video. Okay, so it's bye for now. See you in my next video. Bye.